Hi guys. If you're spending time agonizing over writing a cover letter or you're contemplating paying someone else to write a cover letter for you, good news, you can stop worrying and you can pocket that cash. And I can tell you why in this video. If you like my content, please like. If you have any comments, please comment below. And if you like my overall content, please subscribe. So I want to really cover 5 topics in this video. One, we're really going to cover just quickly the history. We're going to cover your resume. We're going to cover the process. We're going to cover recruiters and hiring managers. And lastly, quickly if you need to, how to write a short and great cover letter. Item 1, understanding the historical context. So it's really important to understand why cover letters existed in the past. And it was a way for employers to really find out about you beyond the resume. Well, we have the internet now, and that's why the cover letter is really becoming unnecessary. So if they want to find out any additional information about you, they can find it. And that place, and most likely place for employers, is LinkedIn. So I'll add a card up above. Make sure that you have a fantastic LinkedIn profile that's telling an additional story. Item 2, your resume. So in many cases, you either have the skills or you don't for the job. And so naturally, candidates may think that recruiters or hiring managers will either start with a cover letter or go to the cover letter second after they like the resume. But the reality is that if they see good aspects in the resume, they're just going to move forward to that next step. And so again, this is a great opportunity for you to really work on the summary section. And again, I'll link that in the card up above. Item 3, this is probably the most important one, and this is really knowing your audience and the reasons why recruiters and hiring managers don't read cover letters. And so I wanted to go through some simple math. I know that this exercise may seem ridiculous, but I think it helps give context to why they're not being read. So let's flash back to last year. Let's say I'm still at Google and I get a new position that I post with a hiring manager. I'm going to get at least 200 applications. That's a really lowball number, but let's say I get 200 applications and I spent 1 minute reading each cover letter. That's almost 3.5 hours reading cover letters for one position. Let's say I was working on 5 total positions and those additional other positions were receiving about 50 applications a day. That's almost 7 hours of reading cover letters with just 1 minute per cover letter. It's just not realistic, and that's one of the reasons why I really like to bring up this example. Now, if you're a recruiter at a smaller company, chances are you're going to get less applications, but that recruiter is going to have more jobs that they're handling. So again, I feel like that math is really, really important for candidates to understand. And then if you flip it over to a hiring manager, just understand that that hiring manager is filling that role because they need to backfill it, meaning somebody left the position and they need to replace them, or because of growth. So the team's getting bigger and they don't have a lot of time. They're probably handling some of the day-to-day work to cover the gap. So going through and reading all these cover letters, again, it's just about knowing your audience and knowing how much time your audience has. And getting back to the resume piece, if they're spending less than 10 seconds on your resume, are they really reading your cover letter? Something to be thinking about. Okay, item 4, this is all great, Jeff, but the application is still calling for a cover letter. I would say, and this is a huge guess, but I'm guessing in at least 50% of these cases, this is just a dated process. This is about HR and hiring managers working with recruiters and really determining, hey, is this just a default system that we've always used? Have we really looked at it? Have we updated it? And again, I think chances are in a lot of these cases, it's just about not updating a system or a process, not about them actually really being super interested in a cover letter. Item 5, let's go ahead and talk about it. Let's talk about the cover letter hack. Instead of really going in and doing this deep dive with paragraphs that's really long, that's explaining your entire life, I really like a cover letter that's about 5 to 6 sentences if you have to do one. And so you're always going to start kind of formal, dear recruiter, hiring manager, company. If you know the names, Sue, Bob, Jeff, whoever it's going to be, address them by name. Sentence 1, you are specifically calling out the role that you're applying for. And the great thing is that 90%, 95% are being read digitally. So you can hyperlink the position in there just so they know the specific job description that you're calling out. About 2 sentences. The next two are going to focus specifically on how your skills align with the responsibilities and qualifications of the role. And usually that will take a couple sentences. Sentence 4, you really want to read the mission of the company and how your core beliefs align well with the mission. Sentence 5, you're going to say, for more information, please review my LinkedIn profile. And you're going to, again, hyperlink that in there so they can just click on the link and go right to your LinkedIn profile. Sentence 6, thank you for your time and consideration. Sincerely, Sue, Bob, Jeff, etc. I know that there's going to be a couple disclaimers in here, right? If you're an executive, sometimes the C-suite, maybe there might be some cases where a cover letter or a really formal letter is needed and it's dictated as a significant part of the process. Okay, in those cases, Google it, really look up how to write a great cover letter. The other piece may be if you're applying for a role where written communication is extremely important, but typically if the cover letter is an absolute critical part of the process, it's being called out initially. It's not just, hey, include a cover letter. It's something more significant. The last two pieces of great advice I can give you, and really I want to hone in on these two items, are one, if you have a great LinkedIn profile, this will act like a cover letter for you, so that's great. And secondly, I just don't think that you need to pay somebody for it. You can Google how to write a short one. You can follow my instructions, and I think it will really help you. If you like, please like. If you have any comments, please comment below. And if you like my overall content, please subscribe. Happy New Year. Thanks so much.